Hi, and welcome back to Jody Drawn Out Interactive Coloring Calendars. Today we'll be working on our 2020 Interactive Coloring Calendar. And we finished January, so we're going to be starting February. Today is Thursday, February 6th, and we work on this calendar on Thursdays. Here's the picture we're going to be working on today. It's our Funky Fish February. So in this calendar, each month, the letters of the month are hidden in the picture, and that's what makes up the theme of the picture. So in this one, the seahorse here makes up the letter F with the book. This fish is the letter E. The tuba is the letter B. And then the octopus coming out makes up the R. This snake here is the letter U. There's another snake making up an A. This funky fish here is another R, and the Y here is made up by the coral. So I'm working on picking some of my colors, so that's what I've been contemplating this morning. So the background is basically grass and bubbles. So I picked out 3 different greens that I'm going to be using in the background. I have True Green, one of my favorites, Apple Green, and Spring Green. So I think I'll be working with these 3 in the background. I'll probably use the darkest color in the deepest areas, probably more down here, because I want, again, my light source to be at the top and capturing more darkness down in the bottom. But I think I'm going to use all 3 of these in the background. So since I've chosen greens for the background, I definitely want to use some reds against that because red and green are complementary colors. It'll give it a lot of punch. So I'm going to use some bright reds for this coral. And on my seahorse, I don't want to mimic the red because I don't want it to look too much like the coral, but I'm going to use some oranges for his mane, I decided. And for the seahorse himself, I think I'll be using some really bright lime green and some bright blue. So on those, this is electric blue, how appropriate, and light green. Now this is a Faber-Castell pencil, which has the paintbrush on it, so it's a watercolor pencil, but we're not going to use it as a watercolor pencil. It's just not the proper paper for watercolor. So I'm going to use this light green and this blue for my seahorse. And for its mane, I'm going to use this bright orange and this other calming orange. And these are neon orange and orange. And so then that brings us to the E. And then I'll have these green and blue behind him. So I'm going to use the pinks and purples for this fish. And when I get down to these sea urchins, I'm going to be doing really light pastel-y colors like the marshmallows in the Ants, Ants, Ants calendar. These are Derwent Metallics, and they're watercolor pencils, but we're not going to be using them as watercolor pencils again because the paper's not going to act accordingly. And I'll be doing the tuba in those metallics. And the other thing I want to get colored today is the coral. So I have these red colors for that. And I may or may not use these exact colors, but I do want that coral to be red. All right, well, we have pretty much a plan. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to play some music and start coloring. Wow, that was super fun. We got a lot done today, and I love the colors on the seahorse. I'll probably even intensify that just a little bit more next Thursday. I think I'm really happy with the coral, and I love this fish. He's super cute. We didn't get the tuba or whatever it is colored today, but we'll definitely do that on Thursday. Thanks for joining me, and don't forget to come on back on Tuesday for Ants, Ants, Ants. And we'll be continuing on this calendar, which is completely different than the other calendar. That's what makes it so much fun. So we'll be working on our Marshmallow Wonderland with hot cocoa and a little foot bath going on there. But super fun and colorful. So I can't wait to keep going on these two pictures. I'm having a great time with them. I hope you are too. And we'll see you back here Tuesday for Ants, Ants, Ants. Have a great weekend.